Hi, back again. It's the second, my ears are sticking out here. It's the second part of today's explanation of Shawshank Redemption. So this is SR8, and of course we're doing online learning, so I'm doing a teaching video instead of teaching in class. So I hope you guys enjoy this, can learn something from it. So back to the movie again. He wants to do charter fishing, So as you're learning about the movie, you can always look things up, right? What is charter fishing? So charter fishing, let's do images, right? It's fun to look at images. So there you go. There's charter fishing. So that means you hire a boat, right? You pay for a boat and you go out on the water and you do some fishing, right? So Andy wants to do that with the boat. He's going to fix up, right? Make an old boat look nice again. So that's his plan. And then he can do this charter fishing. It's like you pay to use the boat and go fishing, right? So that's his dream. Zihuatanejo. It's the name of the town, right? So now he's asking Red, do you want to join me there? I need a guy who knows how to get things, right? So that's Red, right? Of course, he's talking about in prison, knows how to get things. Red has never been to Mexico before, so different story in Mexico.
I don't think I can make it on the outside, Andy.
So Red says, I don't think I can make it on the outside, Andy. So does that remind you of anyone? Does that make you think of anyone? Of course, he's talking about Brooks, right? Brooks had the same problem. He could not make it on the outside, right? He could not have a happy life outside of prison.
I've been in here most of my life. I'm an institutional man now.
Right, he says, I've been in here most of my life. I'm an institutional man. So that's the exact same thing we heard about Brooks, right? So here's this part on, sorry about this. Get rid of Facebook. Okay. So here, Jesus Andy, I couldn't hack it on the outside, been here too long. I'm an institutional man now, just like Brooks Hatton was. Oh, sorry, I need to share the screen, excuse me. Okay, again, so it's here. He's talking about how he couldn't hack it on the outside, right? He couldn't handle it. Hack it is like handle it or manage it on the outside, right? He's so used to being in prison, just the same as Brooks. Okay. So the conversation continues. Just like Brooks. So Andy says you underestimate yourself, right? That means you can do better, right? You underestimate yourself. And then Red disagrees with him, right? He disagrees with Andy here.
In here, I'm the guy who can get things for you, sure. Outside, all you need is the yellow pages.
So, yeah, Red says, in here in Shawshank Prison, I can get things for you, but outside in the normal world, no, right? You don't need me. He says, actually, all you need is the yellow pages. So the yellow pages, we don't really have those anymore. The yellow pages. So here we go. This is an old phone book. It means a phone book, and you could look up anything in the phone book that you wanted, right? Maybe charter fishing, you could find that in here, or, car repair, or anything you want is in the yellow pages. right? So this is an old way to find things. That's what he's talking about there. Yeah.
Pacific Ocean. That scared me to death. Something that big.
So he's scared of the Pacific Ocean. It's so big, he finds that scary, right? Oh, sorry, I've missed it here. Right here, right? Pacific Ocean hell, this should be likely to scare me to death, something that big. So yeah, it's scary for him.
Not me. I didn't shoot my wife and I didn't shoot her lover. Whatever mistakes I made, I paid for them.
Yeah, Andy's saying, you know, he didn't kill his wife, he didn't kill her lover. Whatever mistakes he did make in his life, he's paid for those mistakes and then some. And then some. Actually, we had that similar expression in the other class, in the hotel class. It's in the beginning when the clerk is explaining everything to the guest, and basically means and more, and actually you have too much. It's like extra, so it's the same meaning.
I don't think that's too much to ask.
So again, he mentions the hotel and the boat. He wants those two things in Mexico, in that town. He says, that's not too much to ask. I should be able to get those. So you can see Red doesn't like this because it's showing Andy has all this hope. Red thinks Andy can never get out of prison to go to Mexico.
I don't think y'all be doing this to yourself, man. It's just shitty pipe dreams. I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there, and you're in here, and that's the way it is.
Right? Mexico's down there, you're in here, that's the way it is. You can't do anything about it. So just forget all these crazy dreams you have.
That's the way it is.
So Andy's just agreeing with
Down
him.
there, I'm in here. Guess it comes down to a simple choice. Keep busy living. Keep busy dying.
So this is a big line or a quote from this movie. It's the most famous line from this movie, okay? If you're gonna remember one line from the movie, it's this, right? Get busy living or get busy dying, right? So in your life, you need to be very active and very energetic, right? And trying very hard to live, or you should try very hard to die, either one, not in between somewhere, right? Basically means really live your life, go for it. It's kind of idea, right?
Andy.
You ever get out of here, do me a favor.
Sure. Anything.
There's a big hayfield up near Buxton. You know where Buxton is?
A lot of hate.
This one in particular. It's got a long rock wall. A big oak tree at the north end. It's like something out of a Robert Frost film.
Okay, so Andy's talking about a place not far from this prison. And he's like, Red, if you get out of prison, go to this place near Buxton is like a town, right? And he's, you know, Red knows that area. He's been there before. So a lot of hay fields there. Hayfield is like for grass. They grow that for horses or cows to eat. That's what hay is. Hay is dry grass. And there's this particular one, and it has a long rock wall and a big oak tree. Oak is a kind of tree. If you're talking about very high quality wood, right? Wood that's used for furniture, oak is one of the best ones. Very, very strong, very heavy wood. Anyway, so he's telling Red he should go to this place.
Where I asked my wife to marry me. I went there for a picnic. In Lebanon.
Says I went there for a picnic with my wife. You guys know picnic. So again, it's kind of fun if you can put the word into Google and just see pictures, right? It gives you a clear idea. So there we go, right? There's picnic. Picnic is this kind of stuff. So that's what he did with his wife in that place that he's talking about.
She said yes.
I asked her to marry me. She said yes.
Promise me that if you ever get out, find that spot. At the base of that wall, you'll find a rock that records the business of the main Naville. Some black volcanic glass. There's something buried under it. I want you to know.
What? What's been?
Right up.
Okay, so so Andy's telling Red he needs to go to this place, and at the base of the wall you'll find a rock that it doesn't really belong there. It looks like it doesn't fit there. So it's a black volcanic glass rock, and under that, right, you'll find something under that, buried under that, that Andy wants Red to have. And he says, what is that? And then Andy says, well, you'll have to pry it up. Pry is sort of like pull it up to see what that is. And that's it. Okay, so that's the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, find the script like this, right? And you can read and study that. It's nice to have it all in front of you. Of course, watch the movie again and again with the English there. The more times you watch this movie, the more you'll understand it, okay? And any words, just look up the words. You can Google them. If you have any questions, please ask me. You can always send me a message or an email. Okay, everybody, so I hope you have a good one. I'll talk to you next time. Okay, bye-bye.